If you want to answer like one or two and such, like
No, we're
we'll
good.
deal with that.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're joined by women's golf today. Cassidy, Phelan, Brittlynn, Odell. Girls started the spring season. Just kind of give us what you've been working on during this off season and or the in between season, I guess, more or less. That you're looking to showcase starting next week.
Yeah, I mean, I worked a lot. I mean, I always do, but I worked a lot in this off season, really just prepare for my final season. As a Maverick, I got some new iron, which they're looking really nice. Very thankful for my parents to help me out there. And I also got a new putter, which, it's really been awesome to have all this new stuff in the bag because you don't realize, you need some new stuff until you get new stuff. And really just been working on that. Same old, same old. I really trust my process of what I've been doing for the last 4 years and just wash, rinse, and repeat, and really just keeping embracing every single minute of it because I know the clock is ticking and time's running out to be a Maverick. So I got to make the most of it.
Yeah, I've kind of just been practicing a lot more recently, but kind of just doing some like small swing changes, really focusing on that and just really trying to focus on my short game because even when my long game's bad, it really pulls it together. I don't know. I've just really been hoping to go out with like a bang this semester and just be able to put my best foot forward for the team before I'm done in 3 months, but I'm super excited for this season.
And both of you guys are veterans on the team. We've talked about that in the fall. That seems like it's a whole new team.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys during this off season? What have you guys been able to tell the new girls, not necessarily the freshmen, but all the new girls that are on the team that heading into the spring season, that kind of the things that need to get done?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a big thing that I feel like every player needs to hear is you have to work hard for this sport. There's no such thing as putting in 99%. You have to put in 100% because, golf, it's your own sport. You can't half butt everything. You gotta, and I feel like, when you're in off season, you can just take some time off and it's kind of like, no, you gotta really, because if you take a really long time off, there's going to be some consequences or you have like a little uphill versus, a nice flat surface. But, and also just remembering, there's going to be ups and downs. Golf is a process. It's almost like life. You're going to have, the highs and you're going to have those lows often. But something I've really been telling some of the new girls is embrace those lows because actually those lows teach you more than what your highs are teaching you. Because you actually learn more about yourself when you're in that position.
Kind of the same. Our team's kind of like sometimes we're a little mental, which it's golf. I mean, you get in your head all the time. But we've been working with the sports psychiatrist through the college, and I think it is really beneficial for a lot of us. But same thing, just kind of telling them like it's okay. Like we all have our bad rounds. My freshman year, I know I came in struggling a lot, and I've come a long way since then, just overcoming like performance anxiety or even just like finding my spot on the team. And personally, I love the freshmen this year. I love the transfers. They're amazing. And I really feel like, especially now that we've gotten a semester with them, we've really grown and we've become closer as a team. So just being able to talk to them about the fact that you made it, you survived your first semester in college, and like just seeing how far we can come this semester, especially now that we're more comfortable and everything. But yeah, just same thing. Like it's okay to have bad round. Like you're meant to be on this team. You're chosen to be on this team for a reason. And just, yeah, putting in the effort and time.
Who's maybe one of the newcomers? We got to know a couple of them in the fall, but who's maybe one of the newcomers in this spring that you guys are excited to see what they do?
I was going to say, I think there's two that really point out. They really, excuse me, we have like a 5. It's, the returners, but there's 2 freshmen that I've really just admired everything they put in. It's Kenzie and Hunter. I think Brittlynn can say the same thing. They really worked hard. Like, I appreciate it. And like, Hunter can hit it far. That kid can that kid can hit it far. She makes me look weak sometimes. And it's just, I've really admired all the work they put in. And I know Kenzie, like at first, like probably came on like very anxious, but she's really settled in beautifully. And I'm so excited to see what this kid can do because, you know, just in the last few weeks, we've all been practicing together. I've seen some really cool stuff from her. It's going to be really awesome. And we need to get into the warm weather fast.
Yeah, just same. Kinsey and Hunter. I'm excited to see both of them this semester, especially now that we have been doing the like training with the sports psychiatrist. I think it'll be really beneficial for both of them, and even just like us upperclassmen, I think it's going to be really beneficial for. So I'm excited to see both of them this season.
So you talked a little bit about, you know, obviously the mental aspect of the game, and it is. I mean, golf is 90% mental, and you know, you can kind of have it one hole and not the next. But with a 2-day tournament, okay, I didn't have a great round. How do you just kind of step back and get yourself ready for the second round, and then how can you maybe translate that into back-to-back consistent rounds? Because it's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like golf it's 90% mental. And, you know, I think it comes from being in that position, being in and experiencing that, you know, when you have, I mean, there's been numerous times, you know, when a lot of us have had a rough first day and you have to really forget about it, you know, like the most positive animal is a goldfish because it has a 5-second memory. You have to be a goldfish and just forget about it and move on. And being in a position where the opposite, you have a great first day, you're in a great spot. I've been in that before, and you know, it all comes from experience. You know, you just really have to you just have to forget about that first round, because at the end of the day, it's a whole new ball game the next day. And what's so interesting about golf, and I love it because I love that competitiveness, is you could be in 5th place and you can jump up to first like that. And it's so awesome. So, I mean, you watch it in the pros, you know, a guy shoots 62 on the last day, leader shoots, you know, 68, but that's 62. He came out of nowhere. And I think that's going to be us this season. We're going to come out of nowhere and we're going to scare some people. And I'm talking about Pueblo.
Kind of same thing. And also our first tournament is actually, we're playing 6 straight days in a row, which is both physically and mentally exhausting. So we're playing back-to-back tournaments. And I think that our mentality is going to be really important for this first tournament. We need to just take into account that we're going to be tired. We're playing in Arizona. It's going to be hot. And that even if you have like one bad round, you got like 3 more to go. So I think that it's going to be really important, and that a lot of us are just going to have to learn to just let it go. It's the first tournament of the season. It's kind of a setup for us, and I'm excited for it and excited to see how it goes, but the mental will definitely play an aspect in it.
Your sport at the college level kind of unique with kind of 2 seasons. They both count, obviously, but the big tournaments are in the spring, and that's where we're at now. What kind of reset do you go through in the in between or the winter to kind of get prepared and kind of start over, but yet not starting over at the same time?
That's a really good question. Personally, for me, I view every tournament as equally important. When I'm in the off season, you know, it's just wash, rinse, and repeat. Like I said, you know, it's just redefining anything, working on what I need to work on. And, you know, my mindset's the same in every tournament. I believe I can go out there and win, whether it's, you know, the big championship or whether it's, you know, the first tournament of the fall season. Every tournament, and even in the off season, fall, spring, no matter what, I can and I will win. It's always a mindset of mine. That's the plan I have when I go into the spring.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of on the opposite side. I take it off during off season. I take a break. I try not to like get burned out from it all. And I think that's like beneficial to me, even though it's not for everyone. So like even this winter, I don't think I touched a club till probably like January, which is really bad. But I honestly think it helped me be able to just reset, refresh, go into the season, not burn out. And just I feel like, especially since it's my senior year, I'm gonna like try my best in every tournament, and I'm gonna try and bring my best game forward. But I'm just gonna try and take advantage of the fact that it's the end of this opportunity that I got, and I'm really thankful for it. And I just hope to be able to give the team the best I can.
All right. Question of the day, kind of off the, or question of the week, off topic a little bit. Cassidy knows this. Kind of a rare, obscure food that you may have eaten, and a little background or backstory of how that came to be.
Does it have to be food? Because I got a really obscure story actually that just happened today.
We can do that.
So kind of showcasing a little bit of senior tech. I'm part of the viticulture program. And today we actually, it's going to sound weird, I promise, but we're learning about acids and like, how they change, food perception and wine. And what's cool is, so we actually tried straight up acid, citrus acid, tartaric acid, and malic acid. Tried those straight up. Not gonna lie, not the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. Like, was chugging my 64-ounce water bottle, not enjoying it. And what was super cool, and I just totally took advantage of it, was, we had to try it with wine as well. And the point of the experiment was how much acid can we bring into this wine, to change the perception of it. And it was just really cool just to do that. And it was weird. Don't get me wrong. Having some of that acid mixed in there, I was like, "Woo, mama, baby Jesus!" But it was cool. So that's probably my most recent interesting one. So yeah.
If I do go with food, I'm about to like out myself. It's so bad, and you can definitely laugh. I'm like the pickiest eater ever. And so like whenever we go to like Subway at golf tournaments, I literally just get like a 6-inch on white bread, and I put like American cheese on it and barbecue chips, and like that's it. That's all I eat. Like I get judgment from the people that are giving the order. However, I've had my friends try it, and don't hate on it till you try it. I know it's not a lot, but yeah, just pretty much like a cheese sandwich with barbecue chips in the middle every single tournament.
That would be weird and obscure.
Yeah.
That would fall under that category.
Yeah. Oops.
I have not tried that, and I'm more of a meat gal.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not one that will actually get the most protein out of everyone. I will have a 4-course meal on a golf course.
That works. Thank you, and good luck next week as you get the spring started.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a